All right, so let's delve in 2019-20. I can't believe for you guys this is going to be year four, and I feel like it's for a lot of different reasons. It's going to be like any other year that we've had. What comes to mind first is that for the first time, you guys don't have to deal with any of the sanctions from the previous 3 years. How I don't know. We've talked, Coach. It's the first time you and I are here at Midgley together. How different has it been operating without those restrictions this year going into this season?
It's been great, from the standpoint of recruiting bodies, playing 5-on-5. I don't think that people really understand the impact of not having, enough scholarships. You have, you know, a lot of the times, probably 75 to 80% of the time, the first 3 years, we really couldn't play 5-on-5. And it's, you're just, your margin of error is not very big when you don't have full scholarships. So, I mean, to just have the extra bodies in itself, forget everything else. The extra bodies in itself, it helps from a practice standpoint. And like I said, like I alluded to, recruiting. You don't feel like, how do I say that? You don't feel like you're going out there kind of wasting your time because there's only so much you can do. When you can't afford to get in recruiting battles, for instance, with another school when you only have 5 official visits and guys come on campus at that time, you almost needed them to want to come and commit, because if they didn't, then you lost that visit.
So you have to be more selective on who you go after.
Yeah, and you're gonna be selective anyway. But case in point, it's almost like you got to hit home runs, and I really believe this. I believe in recruiting. Home run is like 1 out of 3. You hope that the guys you recruit are going, be contributors and impact. But but when you're in the position that we were in, like, you need that. You couldn't afford to miss at that time. You just couldn't afford.
What's funny and crazy is that I feel like the 2017-18 team almost did you guys a little bit of a disservice, because if you recall, that team was 14-14, I want to say, went on to lose the last 4 games. And I mean, that last one was the overtime game in Vegas against USF. But I think people after that season thought, man, these guys don't care about the restrictions aren't even hindering these guys, and it's full steam ahead. And then it was a little bit of a regression last year.